Hello everyone, welcome to day 57 of Learning Data Science. So, where are we? Today we are going to discuss about encoding, what basically encoding means, right? So, yesterday we discussed about discretization. Basically, we are moving forward with data pre-processing steps, right? So, many of the viewers have told me that after this data pre-processing, I should start machine learning, right? So, what I will do after completing this pre-processing steps, so I will directly start with the machine learning stuffs, right? And then after completing the machine learning, or we will switch into SQL and Power BI sector, right? Because something which is more important means like, yes, after understanding the data, you have understood the data, you have applied the EDF, you have cleaned the data, then you have pre-processed the data as well, you have treated the outliers well, right? You have basically converted your data, standardized your data, normalized your data, right? You have done everything. So after that, what what is needed? Obviously, you have to decide. Sorry. Obviously, after that, you have to decide a model, and then you have to simply build it and train it, right? So today we are going to start with the encoding. So we will discuss about basically what encoding means and how we can carry forward with those steps, right? So first of all, I will open my Spider. Again, why Spider? Because a number of times I've told you that it's a beginner friendly tool. And if someone is a beginner watching this video, so I would suggest him to use Spider. Why to use Spider? Because it has various features and he can learn a great things from it, right? If you would be using any PyCharm or VS Code, right? So what will happen? You will not be able to locate much of the things. Yeah. As a professional, yeah, I would suggest VS Code, right? The projects which I am carrying on, if you would look upon my chatbot, if you looked upon the AI research assistant which I am building, and also the recent second project which I am working, means like, so in that as well, I am using VS Code. Why? Because again, to build that project, obviously you need to understand machine learning, you need to understand deep learning, you should know the AI concepts, what is LLM, RAG, all those things, you should know it, right? So ultimately you are not a beginner, because no beginner will know machine learning, any beginner will not know deep learning, any beginner will not understand the AI concepts, right? So who is the beginner? Beginner is the one who is learning Python, okay, who is learning EDA. So basically that's the thing. So uh, let's start with the things. And here is my Spider already opened. I have opened it right now. So, so basically yesterday, if you would have seen, I have discussed about how we can divide our data, right? We are basically discretization. We are using it, right? And again, what is discretization? So again, if we want to convert our numerical data into categorical data, right? So for that particular reason, we are using discretization, and basically you have to convert it into bins, right? You have to select it. uh, Also we have seen in discretization what all various things or what all types of discretizations are, right? We have seen fixed with binning, we have seen adaptive binning, right? We have also seen binarization. Whenever we are converting our numerical data into two categories, then it's binarization. We have also seen how we can convert it into multiple categories as well, right? So we have seen all those things, right? So we will be moving step ahead. We will be moving into the encoding part. And again, for you to understand what is basically encoding. So encoding is the opposite of discretization, right? In discretization, what we are basically doing, we were basically uh, converting our numerical data into categorical data, right? So here, what we'll be doing, we will be converting our categorical data into numerical data. We are doing the vice versa thing. Okay. So let's understand it. Understand it. So I will just increase my font and I will write here encoding. So basically, what's encoding means? If we want to convert the categorical data into, let's say, numerical data, right? Then we use encoding. What happened here? Mhm. So basically, I will just open my whiteboard as well. Why? Because I have to explain some things there before coming into the coding part. Obviously, you want to know the theory part of it, right? So I will be using again whiteboard for it. So I hope my screen is visible. Yeah. So we were talking about encoding. Yep. So there are basically various terms pertaining to when we are going to discuss about the encoding and all those stuffs, right? So first of all, just understand what is binary encoding, right? Just understand what is binary encoding or one hot encoding. So just try to understand this. Basically, what this term means. Okay. So depending upon number of variables or categories, depending upon number of variables or categories, we will make many columns slash features. Okay. So it's depending upon the number of variables we are using it to create it, right? So if you would see basically what is categorical data, the string data inside it, right? And again, it can be anything, right? It can be anything. So just let's take an example. Let's take an example here, and I will write here gender. One gender column is there, right? I have my column here gender. I have my gender column in my data frame. Okay. So in my data frame, I have one column called as gender. Okay. If I will apply the function df.gender, so basically I will see this column, right? What is this? Basically, this is my data frame. Okay. So basically, this is my data frame, and this gender is column. You can call column, you can call feature. So basically, this is my gender column is there, and inside my gender column, for example, say I have here male is there, right? Female is there. So two categories are there, right? Either it can be male, it can be female. Male, female, female. Okay. So this is my gender column, and I have to use here binary encoding or one hot encoding to I have to use here binary encoding and one hot encoding to convert this data. I want to by using this I want to convert I want to convert my data. I want to convert into numerical. So how we can perform it, right? So how we can perform it? So look here carefully how basically we are going to do it, right? So we will take another column. We will call it as male, and we will take another column. We will call it as female. And just see carefully how we are going to convert it, right? Just see here carefully how we are basically going to convert it, right? So here male is there and here male is there. So it's matching. So obviously we will write here 1. Here male, here female. It's not matching, then 0. Basically it's true. If you would learn the gates, okay. So basically the input, if it's true, then obviously it's 1. And whenever my input is false, then I will get as 0. Okay. So what does it means? 1 here is equal to basically true. And I hope you guys know these things. Okay. So here again, female and male, is it matching? No, it's 0. It's matching here, so 1. Here again it's matching, so 1. Here will be 0. Here it's matching, no, so 0. Here it's matching, yes, so it's 1. Here it's matching, yes, so 0. So here 1. So basically you can see here, depending upon number of variables, here number of variables, just try to understand this. The number of variables, this, these section. What was this section? Basically my number of variables. And you can see here, the number of variables here. Let me erase this. Okay. So you can see here, my number of variables was 2. Obviously it was 2, right? 2 variables was there. Or you can say 2 categories were there. Okay. So 2 categories were there. So for that reason, what we have did, we have converted it into 2 rows, sorry, 2 columns or 2 features. Okay, you can say this. You can say this. What we have did, what we have did, as because it was 2 variables, as because it was 2 variable, we made we made 2 columns, right? So now let's take another example. Okay, and we will see more than 2 columns. Okay, so we are going to take another example. Okay, another example, another example where more than 2 categories, where more than 2 categories will be there. Okay, so we are going to take that example, right? So just try to be focused here. I'm hoping that you guys are using pen and paper while watching this, because I don't want you to just forget it after a couple of days and you just scratch your head. Okay, I'm lost. I don't know where to start. So just keep using pen and paper while watching my video so that you won't get sleepy. I don't want you to just lie on your sofa or bed and just watch this video, right? I don't want to that, right? So here, for example, if we have a data set of cars, right? If we have a data set of cars, so cars data set df is equal to df is equal to car data set is having, and we have a column here. We have one column. We have one column. We have one column named mode of the car. Okay. We have one column mode of the car. So how we will access it? How we will access it? How we will access it by writing df dot column name. And what is column name? Mode of car. Okay. I hope you are getting it. So basically this is my column, and here I will write it. This is my mode of car. And in mode of car, I will be writing, for example, petrol car is there, right? Petrol is there. Another, you can write diesel. Okay. Another, which is CNG. Okay. Another, we are having here EV. So now I want you to tell me now, now, now I want you to tell me how many features, how many columns or features, how many features we need to create. How many features we need to create, right? Yes, you are right. We have to create four features. Four features. Why four features? Because you can see here four categories are there. So for that particular reason, we are creating four features. Okay. So what will be those four features? What will be those four features? First will be petrol. Second will be diesel. Third will be CNG. and the another thing will be EV. Okay, so we will be doing here one hot encoding or binary encoding. So basically we'll be doing that. Okay, so here in petrol, it's matching. So I will write here one. Here I will write here zero. Again here zero. Again here zero. And here it's zero. Here it's one. It's matching zero. It's zero. CNG petrol. So it's matching. No, it's zero. It will be zero. CNG it's matching. So it will be one. EV and CNG it's not matching. So it will be zero. Again it's not matching. So zero. It will be zero. It will be zero. And it will be one. So here you have understood, right, that depending upon number of features, sorry, depending upon number of categories, we are building number of features and we are making our data numerical. Okay. So this was again for the theory part. Tomorrow we will discuss about the label encoding, what is ordinal encoding, right? We will discuss about all those things and then we will just move forward with the codes, right? So we are stopping it here, right? I want you guys to just keep practicing it. Okay. So just keep practicing and just practice every day 5,000 lines of code. Just go take any data set, just do EDA, do the outliers treatment, plot the graphs. You can do all those stuffs, right? Basically, all those things which have been taught till now, which you have understood till now. Take any data set of your choice. So just keep practicing it. See you tomorrow at the same time in my next video. And tomorrow we will discuss about the label encoding. Okay. So bye bye. Take care and Jai Hind.